code, program, Java, Python, C++. Unless you are living under a rock, you might have heard these terms already. And the reason is code is such an important part of our life. All the devices that we use, cell phone, computers, car, flight, camera, microwave, everything has code in it. Not only these devices, but let's say banking software, retail software, video games, entire internet, everything is driven by code. So if you want to understand what code is and how it all works, just stay with me. Okay, I'm going to explain code by giving an example of a servant. When you have a servant in home, you can give him commands like prepare food, serve it to me, go wash my car, and the servant will perform those tasks for you. Similarly, computer is your servant. Of course, it cannot go and wash car for you. It can do things like numeric computation, browsing internet, and so on. So for example, you want the computer to read Excel file and sum all the numbers in every line. You can ask computer to do that. But if you ask this in a plain English language, here is what's gonna happen. Look at the sad face. Computer doesn't understand English, so it's not gonna do anything if you just tell it in English language. So then, what language computer understand? The language that computer understands is called programming language. And all these are examples of programming languages. So just to give you the analogy, humans will understand languages like English, Russian, Spanish, Chinese, and so on, versus computer will understand all these programming languages. Okay, so you can now tell computer the same thing in this code, which is written in Python programming language. So here is the list of commands written in Python programming language, and when you give these commands along with this file to a computer is gonna happily understand that and produce this output. Look at the happy face. So to go over a definition, code or program is a list of instructions written in a programming language. Now let's see how it all works underneath. When you give code to your computer, this big piece here is a computer, and here is the same code. When you give this code to a computer, it's gonna first go to a Python interpreter. Now this code is in Python programming language, hence it is going to Python interpreter. Python interpreter is just a piece of software that comes with Python installation, and it's gonna convert that code into something called assembly code. Okay, and this assembly code is then given to a CPU in your computer. CPU is basically a central processing unit. You can think of it as a brain of your computer, and then it's gonna produce the output that you need. Okay, so now the question that will come to your mind is, why don't we directly write our code in assembly language? Well, the thing is, as you can see, this assembly code is very hard to write and understand, versus this is more like English, which you can easily write and maintain. In old days, people used to write code in assembly, but as your software program grows, it's kind of hard to manage it, and it's even it takes long time to write this code. That's why humans invented all these different programming languages. Okay, so that was a short introduction on code and programming language. I hope you have a little better understanding of all these terms. Thank you very much